Welcome to Albania, a land often overlooked and misunderstood. When I mentioned my plans to vacation here, I received a mix of curiosity and intrigue. While it might not have been a popular destination in the past, Albania is rapidly transforming thanks to its improving infrastructure and development. Join us in this video where we'll be exploring Tirana, the capital of this mysterious country. We'll be checking out its best attractions and along the way learn a bit of history about this country and find out why Albania should be placed firmly on your travel radar. Let's go! Well, hello there, welcome to Albania. We just landed at Tirana International Airport. Before we begin our adventure, there are some essential matters that we need to tend to first. We got cash from the ATM. There's a fee, so it's best to withdraw enough for the whole trip. Credit cards work in some places, but cash is king outside Tirana. Next, we bought a SIM card from One. It's useful for Google Maps and social media on the go. Finally, we picked up our rental car from Avis. Public transport is limited, so it's best to have your own car. Now that we have sorted all these essentials out, we're ready to leave the airport and we'll drive to Tirana. Our first stop in Tirana is the main square called Skanderbeg Square. Named after Albania's national hero Skanderbeg, this expansive square serves as the focal point of the city, surrounded by architectural marvels and vibrant urban activity. On the north side of the square, you'll find the imposing National Historical Museum. This communist-era building has a huge mosaic mural above its entrance. The mosaic depicts victorious Albanians from various points in history. The museum houses a comprehensive collection of exhibits that chronicle the nation's journey through time, from ancient civilizations to modern-day Albania. So, if you're interested in gaining a deeper understanding of Albania's history and culture, then don't miss that. Next to the National Historical Museum, you'll find Tirana International Hotel. This hotel dates back to the 1970s, and so it has witnessed many significant moments in Albania's modern history and has remained a landmark in the city. On the east side, you have what was once known as the Palace of Culture. The building is celebrated for its striking modernist architecture. It now houses the Opera House and the National Library. Across the road from the equestrian statue of Skanderbeg, you will find the Mosque of Ahmed Bey, as well as the Clock Tower. The mosque is one of the few really old buildings in Tirana and arguably the prettiest. As we step inside the mosque, we're surrounded by intricate artistry. The walls and dome are covered with beautiful frescoes depicting landscapes, trees, and bridges, elements not commonly found in Islamic art. The mosque was completed in the early 19th century and it was closed during the communist era. It reopened in 1991 when over 10,000 people gathered here to pray, marking the onset of the fall of communism in Albania. Don't miss the opportunity to climb to the top of the 35-meter high clock tower, as you'll get excellent views of the city at the top. The view from the top of the clock tower is magnificent. You get a panoramic vista of the city. In front of us, you can see the Ahmed Bey Mosque that we just visited earlier. And Skanderbeg Square stretches out below, framed by a mix of historic and modern buildings. You can see the National History Museum and the modern towers that rise alongside. The Daiti mountain range looms in the distance, adding a natural backdrop to the urban landscape. We are now gonna walk south, and soon we can find the Cloud, a temporary art installation that had previously been exhibited in Hyde Park, London. The Cloud was designed by Japanese architect Su Fujimoto, and it was originally commissioned for the 2013 Serpentine Pavilion in London. In 2016, the installation was transferred to Tirana to bring new life to public spaces and highlight the city's interest in contemporary art. Made from thin, white steel poles, it looks like a cloud, and it has become a cultural landmark here. Now, from one funky structure to another, let's head over to the Pyramid of Tirana. This is the Pyramid of Tirana, designed by a group of architects led by the daughter of former Albanian dictator Enver Hoxha. It was originally constructed as the Enver Hoxha Museum. Once a symbol of the communist-era dictatorship, it's been reorganized, reimagined, and nowadays both locals and tourists climb up to its very top to enjoy the view of the capital. Inside, you can find all these colorful cubes which house Tumu Center for Creative Technology. If you've been enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that like button and smash that subscribe. By liking this video, you're showing support for more content like this, and subscribing ensures you never miss out on our next adventure. After visiting the pyramid, we continue exploring Albania's communist history at Bunker Art. These bunkers reveal a much darker chapter, giving us a deeper look into the regime's past. Bunker Art 2 is located right in the heart of Tirana and is housed in an underground nuclear bunker. As we step into Bunker Art 2, the first thing you see is a wall filled with photos. It feels like a memorial, and these faces represent the many victims of Albania's communist regime of terror. This underground bunker, located just off Skanderberg Square, was built during the communist era to protect the Ministry of Internal Affairs from potential attacks. But now it serves as a museum that opens a window into Albania's darker history. Spanning over 1,000 square meters with 24 rooms, this bunker feels like stepping into a Cold War thriller. There are decontamination chambers, prison cells, and narrow corridors. The ceilings are low, making it feel cozy or a little claustrophobic, depending on your point of view. You can almost imagine the tense atmosphere that would have once filled these halls. The exhibits provide a detailed look at the era of communist rule from 1946 to 1991, focusing on the notorious Sigurimi, Albania's secret police. The displays show tools of repression used to monitor and control the population, including surveillance equipment, weapons, and uniforms. During Hoxha's regime in Albania, the country stood out as one of the most repressive and isolationist nations in the communist Eastern Europe. Albania, under his leadership, embraced a policy of rigorous isolationism, marked by the deterioration of relations with first the Soviet Union, followed by China. Political opponents, real or perceived, were systematically persecuted, imprisoned, or executed. One interesting room here is that of the office of the Ministry of Internal Affairs, complete with a typewriter and telephone on a desk, a bookcase full of works by Enver Hoxha, and a portrait of the man on the wall. On another wall, you will find an Albanian flag with the communist five-pointed star on it just above the black double eagle, as it was in use between 1946 and 1991. By the time you reach the final exhibit, which walks through the decontamination chambers, you've really got a sense of the fear and paranoia that gripped the country. It's intense, but that's why Bunker 2 is such an eye-opening experience. It's a reminder of the past, but also a stark warning of what happens when power and paranoia go unchecked. Thankfully, Albania has transformed from a closed-off dictatorship to the vibrant and open country it is today. Do allow at least 90 minutes for the visit. The museum was closing by the time we finished. And now it's time to have dinner. Right, we are in a restaurant called Capital Restaurant. Mainly they are serving a doner kebab. However, we have to try this. It's on the drinks menu. We have no idea what it is. It's called Ayran, A-Y-R-A-N, and it's water with yogurt inside. That's a really weird concept, but let me see how it tastes like. Oh, the yogurt is quite sharp, and I think it's kind of like drinking a milkshake, but it's a sharp yogurt, so it's a very interesting concept. Right, I've ordered a meat iskandar, lots of tomato sauce, and Turkish yogurt. There you go. I hope you've enjoyed exploring this dynamic city with me, and perhaps it sparked your interest to plan a visit of your own. But hold on tight, because our journey is far from over. In the next video, we're hitting the road for an epic road trip around Albania, uncovering the absolute best places this country has to offer. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. So hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the next episode. In the meantime, why don't you watch this video next, where I explore another European city that is under the radar. See you over there. Ciao.